Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the instant match reaction to Arsenal 5, Everton 1. What can you say? What can you say other than that was utterly shambolic? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Sam Allardyce, he's had a mare there with his system. It was pathetic. Those players are horrendous. It's just embarrassing. This run away from home against Arsenal goes on 22 years. That wasn't even a good Arsenal side. They've got good players, but they're disjointed. The thing is, Arsenal under Wenger never changed the way they play. It's all little flicks and passes, and it's the easiest team in the league to plan against because they'll never do anything different. That's what's made them so good over the years. They've just done it and done it and done it. And what's happened is we've turned up tonight going, I wonder how they'll play. Because if you don't know that they're going to knock it in, flick it and get round you, then I'm sorry, you're in the wrong job. And a lot of our players, let's be honest, look like they're in the wrong job. Sam Allardyce made changes. There was absolute murder on Twitter this morning. Just pissed me off because some of our fans just love moaning. Now they're justified to moan. And this is the thing, is that I wasn't saying in this discussion this morning that they aren't justified in moaning, but the moaning before the event. Now, go and moan all you want, because that was pathetic. I'm not going to call people out for moaning now. The game, we made the changes. We've gone from playing 4 at the back to playing a team that you don't want to turn up to with holes all over the pitch by playing a formation you're not used to, and he's done it in a day. He's changed to 5 at the back with 1 day's training. So only he can answer that why, and only he can answer why the players didn't know who was picking who up. The first goal goes in, and John Joe Kenny, 2 minutes later we get caught, and he's pointing to, am I going, am I staying? He didn't know where he was. It was just shambles. The goals were just shambolic. All of them were shambolic. And before you know it, we're 4-0 down, and Arsenal haven't really had to break sweat. It was embarrassing, letting people run. No one was putting a tackle. How can you play against the team that doesn't like the physical side of things and not put a tackle in? 3 tackles in the first half. 3 tackles, and you're 4-0 down. You should be snapping players, letting them know that they're in a game. Putting tackles in, we've got Sneijder in midfield that just passes everything back. That midfield 3, the midfield of Garner and Sneijder doesn't work. Doesn't work, so never play it again. We had a midfield the other night where it consisted of Rooney, Sigurdsson was in there, Tom Davis was in it, Garner was in it, loads of energy. And what does he do? We play Sneijder, who's woeful and slow, and everything goes to pot. Balassi, oh my God, Balassi had an absolute nightmare. A nightmare. Well, in fact, most players had a nightmare, to be fair. Niassa done all right. Mangala, apart from letting Michael Keane as well, the pair of them. Allowing Ramsey, I think it was, who scored the header off the corner, just allowing him to run and no one bothering, or Koscielny, no one bothering to mark up. But other than that, I thought Mangala done all right, done okay. But it was just pathetic. It was pathetic, that first half. 4-0 down. These players are gutless because you can't go to all of these away grounds and not perform if there isn't a problem with your mentality. You can't. At some stage as a footballer, you're playing on grass, you go, you do your job, and we can't do it. How else can you describe why we go to these stadiums and get blasted away? Crap teams will go there and get a result by digging in. And I think maybe that's Sam Allardyce's problem. I think maybe he's got players who've got a little bit too much ability for him, but not enough of the dogged stuff. They don't want to run through brick walls and kick it anywhere because there can't be any other... I don't think he just knows how to manage players who can... Mind you, I'm totally contradicting myself because these players can't pass a ball 3 or 4 or 5 yards. They're just not good enough. That's the fact of it. At half time, we should have made the change after 15 minutes. I would have 20 minutes. I'd have dragged Sneijder or Martina off that pitch after 15 minutes. The pair of them all over the place. Balassi even, you know, but he didn't. He left it at half time. Tom Davies came on and instantly we had a foothold in the game because Tom Davies is a good player and he runs forward and he passes it forward. He doesn't want to just pass it back. You know, we hit the post. Took Theo Walcott off. You could see him saying to Walcott, "I'm saving you for next week. This game's dead." Although the commentators on BT Sport, that seemed to be a little bit too much for them to comprehend. You know what he might have done it for. You know, but absolutely clueless those two. You know, and we get a goal. Calvert-Lewin with a good header. You know, does well, Dom, and then he decides, I know, what shall I do? That's totally and utterly ridiculous. I know, I'll keep a ball in that's going out for no reason when I'm by our goal and I can't go anywhere with it. And they keep it in, cross 5-1, so they're well in, Dom. The acid hit the post. Yeah, it was just a shit show. An absolute shit show. You know, I can talk about the referee who was horrendous all night and his linesman. Aubameyang, 31 yards offside. This is why VAR simply has to come in. There are people saying it doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter because that goal shouldn't have been allowed, so it matters. End of story. It matters. The push on Calvert-Lewin, okay, he's looking for it. It's a penalty. It's a push in the box. If that's outside the box, he gets a free kick. And they go to Graham Poll, that, you know, that top referee that never made mistakes. It wasn't, you know, didn't rule out goals in the last seconds of derby matches. We can give 5 different things, and then when he retired, went, yeah, I should have given it actually, but you know, I wanted a 0-0. Just pathetic. But we have to dust ourselves down now, and we've got 12 games. We need 3 wins. It's as simple as that. That was horrendous tonight. You know, he's got that team totally and utterly wrong. Palace at home next week. Just get back to a midfielder, Davis, Garner and Rooney, please. Get Sigurdsson off the left. Get Nias and Walcott off the other 2. Get Coleman back in that side. Make your decision on your centre-backs and stick to it. Stop arsing about. And let's go and win the game because they're the ones. Listen, today, we get beat every year at Arsenal, you know. The scoreline isn't a big shock, really, because we're like that. We're just pathetic. Once one goes in, 4-0 at United, 4-0 at Tottenham, 5-1 at Arsenal, 5-2 at home to Arsenal, 3-0 at home to Tottenham. You know, it doesn't take, you know, it's easy to look and go, where are the holes in this team? You know, and there's loads. These players, done it to Koeman, done it to Andre, and they're doing it to Allardyce. But Allardyce isn't helping himself, so he deserves it as well. If you arse about with that team and continue to play people that shouldn't be playing, then you've got everything that comes to you. I'm just hoping we can get the 3 wins. We will stay up, and then in the summer, you know what, clear a lot of them out. Clear good few players out, get them out the club, maybe get rid of the manager, maybe the director of football. It all needs examining in this summer because it isn't working and we're just stumbling from season to season with no progression and it's all a load of shite. There you go, that's my thoughts after an absolute hammer. And Arsenal fully deserved it, you know, well played to them, fully deserved it. But what can you say, we were shambolic. Oh, in 2 minutes when Czech was down for 7. Well done, referee. Anyway, check out Peds Instant Match. I can see you soon on Toffee TV.